You know, Costa, every Monday and Friday during Aztecs football season, on Mondays we speak with head coach Brady Hoke. On Fridays, we speak with members of the coaching staff. I got to say, I did not expect that to happen this fall, but it turns out that it absolutely is. We are now 8 days away from the Aztecs facing off against UNLV as the season begins. Joining us now, offense coordinator Jeff Hecklinski on Xtra 1360. Jeff, so good to talk to you. And again, I can imagine what your off season and now season has been like. How's this year been for you?
Well, Judson, thanks for having me on. Mike, it's good to talk to you guys again. It's been a little while since the last time we talked. Judson, how's the little one doing first off?
You know what? He is doing great. He will be 6 months old in 4 days, Coach. Thanks for asking.
I was going to say, I thought it was about 6 months, and it's good to be talking to you guys now 8 days out from actually playing a game. I can tell you we're excited about it. We're ready to go, and our players have handled this thing flawlessly from the standpoint of the transition back to playing. And obviously it starts at the top with both J.D. Wicker and Brady Hoke and everything that they do with their energy and passion for Aztec football.
Jeff, from the shutdown to the word, okay, we're going to ramp it back up here. This is when your first game of the season is going to be. What has that ramp-up process been like for the guys?
Well, I thought, everybody from the training staff to Bobby Smitherin, to J.D. Wicker, to Coach Hoke, I thought they put a great plan together in terms of bringing us back in a process that made sense for the players. Adam Hall and the strength staff from a lifting standpoint. In fact, I'm standing out here right now. They've been lifting. They've been in groups since 6 o'clock this morning, building that ramp up back up and bringing us back slowly from the process of 7-on-7 to a little bit of team to now being able to be a part of a full practice. I thought it made a lot of sense. I think our kids are energized by it. And, we've got a lot of teaching and training in that process. And, our first scrimmage last Saturday at Dignity Health was an impressive scrimmage for really only being our sixth practice in pads and in full team. And I think both sides of the ball really took a lot from it, and we really feel very confident and energized from where we're at right now.
Jeff, you are not new to the Aztec program. You are the new offensive coordinator. With how the way that this season has gone, and you mentioned just the sixth practice, the playbook that you have, everything that you wanted to do, have you had to shrink it because of this season is the way that it is?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I'll tell you, it's a credit to all of our coaches on the staff. We got offensively a veteran staff with Jeff Horton, Hunky Cooper, Mike Schmidt, the addition of Savai. And, I think really when you look at it, everything that we're bringing together and what we set out to do 6 months ago, if you remember when we first talked, was to become a better football team and a better football player based on what we can work with. And we really did that. And so when we came out with everything that we were able to work within the framework of everything, it built up slowly. And now you look at it, we have everything in, we have everything we want to do. We're playing fast, we're playing physical. We got really good playmakers on the perimeter. And I think it's going to be an exciting time as we grow into this offense. Now we got to go play a game. And that's the exciting thing. Being 8 days out, man, we're ready to go, and our playmakers are ready to go. And the impressive thing, I think, up front, we have a chance to be one of the best offensive lines in San Diego State history right now.
Aztec offensive coordinator Jeff Hecklinski with us here on Xtra this morning. Jeff, 100 yards is 100 yards, whether it's at Sdsu, whether it eventually be in the new stadium or up there at Dignity Health. The scrimmage, was there anything, I guess, strange about being there at Dignity Health for that scrimmage?
Well, I can tell you this. First off, it doesn't matter where we play. Aztec football is built on toughness and it's built on in energy. So we'll play somebody in the parking lot. It doesn't matter where we play. The one thing I will say, Dignity Health is a beautiful spot. Mm-hmm. It's a great facility. It's not San Diego, and obviously our home is here in San Diego, but I can tell you this much, the energy and the excitement of what the new stadium is going to bring. And if you guys haven't been out to that new experience that they put together for what the stadium is going to be like, the Experience Center is unreal. It is going to be a beautiful new stadium. And that Experience Center is definitely worth a half hour, 45 minutes to go through and see exactly what our home is going to be like in San Diego. And we're excited for that. And we're excited to play at Dignity Health. It's a beautiful facility. But again, and we're fortunate to be able to have that facility, but we can't wait to get back into San Diego and play in our home.
Sdsu OC Jeff Hecklinski with us on Extra 1360 Fox Sports San Diego. Jeff, if you could, you have named Carson Baker your starting quarterback. Tell us why he is your guy, and then tell us a little bit about your quarterback room, and potentially could there be wrinkles with any other quarterbacks that could take the field for specific packages?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about Lucas Johnson, and first off with Carson, it was a competitive battle. Unfortunately, with what had happened and what we were working within, everything got sped up in that competition. But the one thing I will tell you, Carson is competitive. He can throw it all over the yard. He can run, and he earned the right to start. And there's no question about that. When you watch his performances over the course of the last, really 8 practices, when we've had full team 11 on 11 full contact, he has full command and control, and he's getting better every day. And, absolutely, I think, there's a lot that Lucas Johnson brings to the table. And to be honest with you, Carson won it. It wasn't by default, and that's what you're looking for out of a quarterback battle. And the nice thing is, and I think the important thing is, they both look at it as a team, and they both are pulling for each other. They both are working together, and everybody in our quarterback room only cares about the Aztecs winning on Saturday, and that's what we're building up towards now, being 8 days out.
Jeff, we talked with tight end Dan Bellinger a couple months ago, and he was in Utah. He was working out. I think he was, lifting elk over his head to stay in shape, that type of thing.
No question.
Is he at that point now where you look at him and think, okay, there is a tight end that can take over a game and dominate?
Yes. We still have a long way to go, and this is still a building process. You got to remember, all these guys are 18 to 22 years old, and they're learning and growing every day. But what I've seen over the course of the last really 8 practices, again, when you look at it, that's really the course of when we've been 11 on 11 full team. You're looking at somebody that you can count on to get open, somebody that's a good target, somebody in the run game that's gotten physically better and tougher and putting his face in contact and moving defenders. And you're talking about, what the defense, that's the number 5 defense in the country, and a lot of those kids coming back. So, when he's playing well and he's playing well against our defense, he has a chance to be a special player, and that's what we're seeing right now through the course of 8 practices. And the beautiful thing is we got 8 more days to go until we actually put it out there and get going on Saturday.
Jeff, with a not so fun question. The Las Vegas Review-Journal did report UNLV football players test positive for the coronavirus. They can't say due to privacy how much, or if it's a dire situation or otherwise. How much is that on your radar, specifically about what may be happening with UNLV?
Not at all. Not at all. Our concern is only within our walls and only within San Diego State. We only care about the Aztecs, and that's only our concern. So not at all. Not at all. I mean, that's, we pray for the health of everybody that's out there. And obviously when you hear that, throughout college football, we pray for everybody's health and safety, because that's first and foremost through all of this. But to be honest with you, we're going to be ready to go on Saturday. And we know there's going to be a team across from us, and whoever that team is, the only thing that matters is how we play and how we play as a team. So, again, we pray for the health and safety of all the players and everybody that's out there right now who's battling this. But at the end of the day, we're coming to practice today to become the best San Diego State team that we can be.
Coach, it's not lost on us that the Cleveland Browns are having somewhat of a turnaround season, which coincides with the addition of one Riley Hecklinski. You feeling some pressure in that household? She's kind of, she's serving notice that I go here and they improve. You're back at San Diego State. Pressure's on, Jeff.
Hey, she told me the other day. She called me and she said, this is my last Saturday where I don't have to be nauseous. And I said, what do you mean, honey? She said, you guys open up next Saturday. I'm going to be nauseous. I'm going to be nervous. She said, you just got to get that first touchdown in. And I said, hey, I'm right there with you, honey. But I said, you got a job you got to do. She said, listen, that's my job. I worry about you because you're my dad. So they're having a great season, and she's had a great experience there. She's learning so much, and very fortunate that that she's there with great people in Cleveland and a great organization of the Browns.
Jeff, I was going to ask yesterday, but it's a weird world, and I didn't want to. Carson's probably his first Zoom meeting representing the Aztecs as QB1. So, can you tell us the motivation behind said mustache that Carson Baker, the touchdown maker, is rocking?
Okay. First off, let's let him throw his first touchdown before we start calling him the touchdown maker. I have no clue. I have no idea. I've asked him. I really haven't gotten a straight answer. I have a mullet. He has a mustache right now. I think it's just part of the times that we're living in. Yes, I brought back my mullet from back when I played. The players absolutely love it, and it's all gray. So, I think we're all we're energized to be together. We're excited now to be a part of to be whole again. To be honest with you, and it's real now. And I can tell you, there's a tremendous energy, and I think his mustache is just a part of that energy that he's bringing every day. So, I don't know. Somebody must like it. He must think it looks good.
I love the fact that you're living by business in front, party in the rear, man. That is the way to go through life.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what. If I could grow a mustache, I would probably cut my mullet and grow the mustache. But that's the only thing that I can grow is the mullet right now. So the players absolutely love it. And I got the wings coming out the side, and they're trying to figure out what all that is because. That was back in the late 80s, early 90s days when you had all the mullet and the big ball hair and everything.
Coach, we are so happy you'll be along for the ride with us every week here on the show during the Aztec season. Great to catch up with you, and we will talk with you next Friday.
Yes, sir. That sounds great. And you guys have a great weekend. And again, wish you guys nothing but health and safety as we continue to navigate through this.
Talk soon, Jeff. Thank you.